number of UN agencies, notably OCHA, the World Food Programme, UNRWA, UNICEF, and UNOPS, issued a statement a short while ago calling on the world to react with urgency to save Palestinians in Gaza. The UN officials noted that for over a month, no commercial or humanitarian supplies have entered Gaza, and more than 2.1 million people are trapped, bombed, and starved again. Food, medicine, fuel, shelter supplies are piling up at crossing points, and vital equipment is also stuck. Although the latest ceasefire allowed humanitarians to see that supplies reached every part of the Gaza Strip, they said that assertions that there is now enough food for all of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are far from the reality on the ground. Meanwhile, our humanitarian colleagues tell us that across Gaza, Israeli attacks continue unabated, causing systematic, large-scale civilian casualties. People, including many children, are being killed, injured, and maimed for life. Survivors across Gaza are being displaced repeatedly and forced into an ever-shrinking space where their basic needs just cannot be met. Overall, we estimate that nearly 400,000 people have been displaced yet again since the breakdown of the ceasefire. That's 18% of all Palestinians in Gaza. And no arrangements to secure their safety and survival have been made, a responsibility that falls on Israel as the occupying power. Just yesterday, Palestinian rockets were fired into Israel, and yet another Israeli displacement order was issued, this time for over 3 square kilometers in the Deir al-Balah area. That will cover 9 neighborhoods with a combined area that is comparable to our Central Park here in New York. And I can tell you that several medical facilities were serving people inside and just outside that area. WHO says there is severe shortage in medical equipment, as well as ultrasound machines, as well as oxygen pumps, and in medicines, along with 180,000 doses of routine childhood vaccines in Gaza. OCHA says all attempts to pick up commodities that had been brought in and dropped at the crossings have been denied. OCHA reminds us that coordination with Israeli authorities is required for any humanitarian organization to access vast areas of the Gaza Strip, and that most attempts to coordinate these movements result in access being denied. Just yesterday, Israeli authorities denied 5 of 9 attempts to coordinate access by UN workers. OCHA says that while staff rotations are often facilitated, aid delivery is routinely blocked. Turning to Lebanon, our UNIFIL colleagues have recorded over the past day several incidents of the Israeli Defense Forces military activity, including small arms fire, airstrikes, and violations of Lebanese airspace. All of that in violation of Security Council Resolution 1701. One such airstrike impacted Naqoura, which is, close to UNIFIL's headquarters. That took place last night. We note media reports of 2 fatalities from Israeli airstrikes near Zipkin in southern Lebanon on April 6th, and 2 people injured in a strike near Hudaysa overnight. UNIFIL peacekeepers discovered several caches of unauthorized weapons, including mortar shells, over the weekend. The Lebanese army, meanwhile, continued its patrols as clearance of unexploded ordnance in southern Lebanon. We continue to urge everyone to fully uphold their obligations under Security Council Resolution 1701 and refrain from any action that may jeopardize the cessation of hostilities.